Hello and welcome back to another replay analysis. This is going to be 7.27c. This is going to be from user BaldieGoose. He's going to be from what I can tell, an offlane Wraith King. Mind you, spoiler alert, this game is more than an hour, meaning that after the first 10-15 minutes of just watching your laning, seeing what you can do better, we will be kind of 2xing it, because we ain't got time for that. And we have other games to go through. Why would you arrow at the 24 minutes? That arrow could have secured... Okay, hang on. Let's just check the cooldowns. Let's not overreact to things that we don't know. Obviously, the next arrow will be up, but... I mean, you got an arrow, yeah, you hit him, but in the end, now you're low. You're trying to be aggressive, right? You have Wraithfire Blast. Oh my god, the second arrow completely off the mark. Like, you know that he's going to be in the rune. Oh my god. Mirana, are you going to die? And through that all, you gave up first blood. So Lucifer... not a good start. Not a good start. Okay, so let me just kind of... I said I was going to do player perspective, but this needs to be a learning right here, right? If you know that it's ticking down at about 2 seconds or so, you need to shoot the arrow here. Try, you know what I mean? You don't have to outsmart it. At the end of the day, somebody will be standing here from the enemy team, unless they completely dodge it, right? So that's when you can just stay on this high ground and just kind of bait it out, because they have to go down to the low ground to kind of go for it. Right? And so you work around it. Okay, now you've got your second. Did you stack your stents incorrectly? Oh my gosh, does he get away? Oh my gosh, the arrow actually hit the wrong one? Okay, he gets revenge for that and kills the CM. Good. Okay, so you got something out of this. Alright, sorry. I said that we were going to talk about your perspective. One thing that I might have missed it. Oh my god, that arrow. What is going on? Okay. You guys are a really nice combination of Wraith King and Mirana. Oh, but you're going to die here. You're going to die here. Okay, you and your teammate need to be on the same page, right? Where you Wraithfire Blast, and that's what? Lasts 1.1 seconds. So your Mirana needs to be smart enough to hit that arrow for 1.1 seconds. Like, in that time frame, right? Yeah, it might be close or whatever. It's the damage. And mind you, the second thing to note is that if you're going to be this Mirana, what you want to be doing... why she's so good, this meta... is because she can lane here, and then is like, oh, okay, when I just want to farm, I just shoot out an arrow, and I hit the big creep, and I get, I instantly kill it with every single big arrow that I throw, right? So she can be farming really, really well, and by herself, and she can find her ways of getting gold and XP without really leeching everything. That said, you're level 2 now, and another thing is that I probably would not have gone Wraithfire Blast first. I mean, it really depends, I guess, in lane. If you can combo it up with the Mirana, then it might have been better for you. But right now... Okay. Yeah, you definitely need to dominate this lane. Oh! Like... This Mirana's missed so many arrows. Getting the silence is going to die for that. Like, her positioning is bad. The fact that she can't hit any arrows. Even if you hit the arrow, I have a hard time thinking that you would have secured that kill. I mean, because especially since your Wraithfire Blast wasn't even off cooldown, so like, this is, and it's clearly a pub, right? There's no way you guys are in sync at all, right? If she, you know what I mean, like if you do your Wraithfire Blast, and then in that 1.1 second she hits the arrow, then maybe the potential's there, but you got to kind of respect, like, which one are you going, like, oh my god, like another arrow, like, it's like, you always miss the shots that you don't, like, take or whatever. But in this case, literally, she's missing all the shots because the shots are bad. Like, if you're going to try to ask out the hot girl, you know what I mean? Like, you got to, like, hit the arrow within the general vicinity of the hero. Like, you got to know. Like, your arrows are... Look. We should have a counter. I think she's missed about 5 arrows. You got to get... Oh, the frost. Nice frostbite. Oh, and we'll die. And you actually probably body blocked her. Body blocked your Wraith King. Okay, so this is turning into a somewhat rough lane. As the Wraith King here, I don't really think the boots would probably have been better. I think that, like, bracers, just creating a little bit more tankiness and durability is probably what you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, pretty much all they're doing is that combo of the Blood Right into the Frostbite, because you're not going anywhere. So you need to make sure that the creeps are next to you. And this is actually too close, as your tower's going to do damage and is going to push it out. Your Mirana is going to look... He's going to miss arrows elsewhere, which is good, because I think that her value has been next to... Oh my gosh, hang on, I got to see this. So she's going for this, but you're forcing the Drow into this. The leap on forward, the aggressive one. She doesn't have blink for another 5 seconds. Is this enough damage? Did Mirana do something? Oh, she hits an arrow. Okay. Oh, and oh my gosh, through that all, they've actually called the reinforcements. Guys, this is Crusader level, but if this shit is going on and your hero is here, you're trying to help. She just ran up the Bloodseeker. But you can TP. And you're going to lose your courier. Oh, that evasion. Okay. So this is actually turning into be a very fun game already. But if she's running here and she's calling for help, don't walk this, you know what I mean, this walk of shame into the mid lane. Just TP. You have a TP, guys. This is when, oh shit, like if you were coming here, you probably could have gotten both of them, the Mirana and the Drow, if you were in the proper position, which I think that could have happened. 5 minutes it happened, and people are like, oh shit, it went dark. Why did it go out? Daddy, did you not pay for the lights? No, it's because it's nighttime, and the runes are up at that time. CM is doing a very aggressive bounty rune expedition, doesn't find anything, and is going to walk back in shame. All right, so Bloodseeker here, just trying to get some farm. Last hits here. Drow still late in it. Okay. 21-4 versus the 20-5. It's a bit of a wash in the mid lane. Lycan's doing pretty well in the bottom lane. In the... What lane is this? Oh my god. Offlane Lycan. Totally threw me off. But okay. Remember how I was saying the Wraith King probably should have gone bracers instead? Like, this is what we're talking about. Like, it makes him tanky. It lets him fight. And to be honest, he doesn't really need to move very fast. Like, he just needs to stay in the lane. Like, you don't need to run around. Like, you need boots if you're... Oh, my God, this Disruptor. Sorry, we don't even care about the top lane right now. Because we got lessons to learn. This is a really bad first item. Okay? Why? Because it's 875 gold. And the fact that you need the energy booster, which actually would do much. Yes, you get the nice regen, but you are god-awful slow. You are on this giant monster of a beast thing. I don't know what you're riding. But you're very, very slow. As a support, your biggest thing in the first 10-15 minutes is to actually have brown boots so that you can walk around. Hey, Bay. Hi, J Games. FTW. But okay, like, you need brown boots. Like, why are you getting this void? Like, and you got arrowed here. Okay, all right. Lucifer's getting some arrows now. The salve has been used aggressively, and it's looking to get in. It doesn't have any mana. Nice frostbite. Nice rotation. Nice TP there by CM. And yes, the Lucifer goes down in the end. Back to hell with you, says the Lycan. Or actually the CM. But she probably wouldn't say that because she's too nice. Nonetheless, the Frost Nova just slowing him down. And oh my gosh, the Lion. Did you see that? He was like, oh, do I move left? Do I move right? And he's going to look to run away here. He should be fine. And CM going under tower. And very, very low. And he does die. Some diving. There's some crazy action all over the place. I'm pretty sure this is not C. But it feels like C. But yeah, people don't know how strong they are. Okay, he's gonna back off here. He's gonna actually stick on up. He does have Haunt, but no mana. Bloodseeker, who's been happily farming. Look at this. Look at this itemization. This is hilarious. He's like, do I want phase? Nah, bro. I'm gonna go to Blade Mail. He's like, but I'm gonna go halfways. I'm gonna go half Z's with everything. So I made the joke last time in terms of, you know what I mean? Like, if you're dating two girls, this is kind of what it's like, right? You're not really fully committed to either of them. And now you're in this weird position where you've got items galore and you don't have a complete item. Okay? You need to be very sure of what item you're going to go, right? And we missed the kill bottom because I'm really bad at observing, but, you know, we don't care about that. Spectre, on the other hand, does have his treads. And it looks like Mirana, level 8, actually passes on a clarity to Spectre, who's been... Okay, you don't need your supports to be giving you clarities as a Spectre, right? If you're good at understanding when to dagger, okay? When do you dagger? You do it when you're guaranteed a ranged creep, when you're going to kill them, and you can do damage at the same time. That's the most efficient thing. The most important one, of course, is that you do get the range creep, because those are super important, especially early. But you're trying to get the most efficiency, and you don't want to be spamming it out willy-nilly to the point where you have 0 mana, because then you can't haunt, you can't do anything. And yeah, you have only 2 skills, so you need to hold yourself. Like, you need to understand how to play. Okay, and the Drow a little bit out of position. The blink in forward, the Frostbite, and that's going to be the Sonic Wave. He's very low, and yeah, he should die in the end. Very slow with the rotations here. Like Lion, that is only level 5. No TP there. Bloodseeker here has used Rupture, but he's looking to turn this around. Why is that? That is super weird. Sorry, I completely missed it, like almost all of the game. But he does have Reincarnation. Yeah, Bloodseeker's like, oh, I'm just going to make sure he pops his ult. Like, that's the most important thing to me. He's got Blade Mail. Okay. Oh, my bad. He was going Blade Mail the entire time. I forgot the new items in the order of things. The Blood Right, he does survive. And he runs away. He's like a speed demon, and he's going to look to TP on out. Oh, my gosh. Reincarnation is on the back end of the CM. Was like, I just want to get in the trees. And he dies in the end. Okay. So, my bad. I thought he was going phase, but instead he actually went Blade Mail. But yes. Okay, so he's got brown boots, Blade Mail, that's fine. It's supposed to be early, but you got to make something happen. I would think that like kill every single time Rupture is off cooldown, which is right now. Now is the time. I think the Lycan is going to do some work because he's level 6. And he's cutting the creeps. And why not, right? And the tower's taking some damage. How do you respond to this as the Wraith King? Okay, you respond by pushing out the top lane, which is good. Somebody needs to react to that. And then you're back in your own jungle. You're going to just kind of play safe as you've got Reincarnation on cooldown. Fine. Cool with that. If we're looking at net worth, top 3, all with Dire. Right? And he's going to go straight up Radiance. Again, we talked about this in the last game of how Radiance, I don't think, is the first item to go anymore, especially the 7.27C. There are way better options. That arrow does hit the poor old Disruptor who just wanted to D-ward. He gets Earth Spiked. Not even level 6, though, on this Lion. Moonlight being used aggressively. Oh, that Gust actually missed. I don't know how. But Papa Star. Look at his tails, man. Looks like Ari from League of Legends. Am I allowed to say that without getting in trouble? But Lycan here is in feral form. The wolf form, that is. And, oh, that arrow? Okay, okay. All right, and it'll back off here. Drow just doing a little bit more farming. But, look, I felt like the Drow was having a really good game. But, like, itemization-wise, like, what is... Like, she hasn't really hit her next peak. Disruptor comes back in with his, mana galore. He will never run out of mana, but he's only got 860 life. See, another thing is that why would you go with a Void Stone when you have a CM? Okay, nice arrow. Yeah, that's going to kill that one. Make it very, very easy. You didn't get the finger, though. Lion, this is the time you need to make sure that you've got mana, right? Because that's a free kill, which scales and helps you long term. By the way, I just noticed that the Drow's name was Goblin. That's pretty funny. Simple Mind, Simple Pleasures. That's why I liked it. And that's why it's fine. It's funny, but Radiance still on the way. A ways away, so to speak. Bloodseeker, what do? You push towers? You might as well, right? But you Rupture's on cooldown, so you got to get something out of this. Are you going to go for this? Oh my god, line DC. Oh, they actually backed off. You can deny this. Sir. Sir. I'm trying to help you. Okay, Mirana. Okay. Good Lucifer. Typical of Lucifer to know things. Sentry. Okay. Denies it. Arrow again off the mark. Oh, that was such a slow reaction. And he's got silence. And he's gonna look at the TV. There's no way you get out of this. Right? Yeah. Yeah, that was super slow. Like when you saw the Blood Right, it was like, oh shit, time to pounce. Get out of here. But instead he just kind of stood there. It's like, oh, I got out. Oh, CM. Bad positioning. Oh, gusted on up. The Rupture. Lion, you can't move. Stay still. Freeze. Red light. Red light. Oh, the freezing field of Static Storm is like completely different. You made this Venn diagram of damage, which is going to be nice. The Reincarnation is still there. It gets glimpsed on back, and he's at least killed a Lion. Do they want more? They got the Frozen Nova. And Bloodseeker, with his supersonic speed, does end up killing him, but Moonlight is still there. It should still be up when he's up, but he don't care. He's going to fight, and he's going to look to go. I think that was a little unfortunate. The Moonlight had actually gone away because of the fact that he had died. So, yeah. Really no way to run from that. I think that just starting out was, woo! Hang on, what is your items? You just have treads, man. Okay. So, through it all... Oh, the Gus is off the mark. No Orchid yet at 13 minutes. Gonna get Yasha up next with the Drow Ranger. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was a very aggressive blink. Yeah, you punish this. You punish this. Oh, he had invisibility. Okay, that's why he was being aggressive. But when anybody jumps on you as the drow, your initial gut reaction just should be gust. You know what I mean? If they have BKB or whatever, you're fucked anyways. But like that should be your number one thing, right? Because gust buys you time, it pushes them away, lets your damage do, you know, because you're a ranged hero, right? You don't want people to be on top of you. So okay, you're gonna just happily farm here. Lycan doing his job, right? And he's pushing. He does have Necro 1 and Bear with his almost non-existent items as he's trying to save off a Radiance. And this is kind of why I don't like the fact that you went Radiance first. I feel like this is the time where, you know what I mean, like mid-game items, like the meta is not, I mean, it's slow, okay? The games are longer, and yes, you'll get your items, but you can help your team out earlier if you're able to just get some sort of mid-game item that will help you at least fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you need to secure that last hit, or, you know what I mean, like, the fight's happening and then you can maybe haunt on in, like, that's the way you need to kind of envision yourself. And coming in like this, you're the same Spectre you were 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, because you haven't really gotten much. Oh my gosh. He's gonna, very late transformation, and he dies in the end, and he wasted his ult. But they do get the Lion with his Rupture play, I'm sure. And all you need to do is, honestly, as a Bloodseeker, you just find a support that can just, like, actually, it's a little bit harder to kind of deal with that, because sometimes you can mess up the Glimpse. Like, if they try to TP out, you just need to stun them. Somebody that can do that. But Glimpse obviously works with that as well. You just need to kind of lock people into place and let the Bloodseeker's Rupture work. So, oh my god, that arrow. Really? Into the Haunt, and that's a dead CM. Like, that arrow should never have hit. That was so telegraphed. Look at my awesome... Oh my god, the slow right fire blast. Nice. Nice finger. Good fight there. But it came down to a really lucky arrow, in my opinion. Like, finding that CM there. And obviously you have vision, so you saw it. But that CM, man, like, reaction time, like, so slow. So slow. Almost has a Sacred Relic on this Spectre. DD. Okay, interesting. All right. Looks like you're going to be the initiator with going Blink first. Oh, sorry, not you. You was the last line that I saw. But Wraith King, what are you doing? Okay, you can go. Okay, all right. Still getting items. DD on this Quap, who has been kind of a non-factor, almost. I feel like, okay, this team, like, look at this lineup. This team wants to push. Right? You got the Bloodseeker, who's an early, like a mid-tier hero. You got the Lycan, who can push very, very well, but he does fall off in the end because, again, you know what I mean? If you're not, like, super, super strong, by the time you're pushing high ground at, like, 20 minutes, which they're kind of on a timer right now, you're going to suffer, right? And this Lycan is going to probably see this, and you definitely don't want to go late against a Spectre and a Wraith King, both who can fight very, very strong and get very, very powerful. But yeah, okay. So seeing, like, knowing the heroes that you pick for this kind of stuff. If you're going to pick a Bloodseeker, if you know how to play him, and you know how to push and take advantage of this peak that you have, great. I have no issues with that. But you're going to fall off. Do you think you can out-farm a Spectre? Do you think you can out-fight a Spectre late game? Right? Once 30 minutes happens, it's game over for you guys. Like, I'm seeing it now because of the fact that even, you know what I mean? Like, you lose a team fight and Drow is just going to start pushing towers. Like, you are fucked, to put it lightly. So, yeah. Lycan needs to push, needs to create more space. And you just want all of the towers to be gone so that you make it super uncomfortable for the Spectre to be farming. Right? He got a Sacred Relic, and to be honest, I don't know why he was in the fountain. Does he not know that DHL actually delivers to his doorstep, but instead he actually went all the way back into the fountain. And look at this Bloodseeker. What are you afraid of? You are stronger than most of the heroes. Yes, the Drow, all that stuff. Yeah, you might get haunted, but what are you doing here? Are you taking a piss? What are you doing? Are you on Tinder right now? What's going on? Are you swiping right or left? What's going on? Bloodseeker, talk to me, boy. He's getting an item delivered. Ah, so he put the incorrect address onto the delivery. And so he actually had it in the forest. That makes sense, right? He's got a mango. Mind you, this is 1,000 gold. This is what, like 60 gold? Arrow's going to miss here. They do catch out the Wraith King here. You do have reincarnation, so you should be okay for now. And he's going for the freezing field glimmer. They catch you out the first time, and they get the the Mirana who just walked into that one. Time to run, sir. Yeah, you got stunned. Oh, you killed the Quap. Okay. Late haunt. Very late haunt. And it looks like Spectre is now here, and he's going to look to at least take out that CM who literally has nothing left in her back pocket, so to speak, with no mana, no spells. So you got something. Yeah, you died in the end, but to be honest, not the worst fight. As an offlaner, that's kind of what you're trying to do. Obviously, you've died 6 times, which is actually on the higher end at this point. But seeing as that you've died so many times, like, what have they gotten out of it? Like, you've been responsible for this T1 top, right? So, like, not the worst game that you've been having, so to speak. All right, Drow, what do you get out of this? You got to start pushing. And I feel like Drow should have gotten this T1 mid a long time ago. But Drow don't care. Drow don't listen to me. Drow goes for DD. Goblin gets a DD. What does he do? It's like, I'm super strong. I'm going to go into the jungle. Take that, Centaur. It's going to get Hurricane Pike up next after the Dragon's Lance. Does have a Yasha. So her farming's been on point. Because I'm just trying to think, like, how would you deal, like, the Drow, okay, Gust there, slows him down, yeah, he's gonna be slow, and the arrow is so slow that he's just gonna walk on up, like in Buddy, he's got a DD, he's got frost arrows, you're not gonna get away. You had to have Lycaned transformed. I mean, you might have wasted it or not, or some called for help. Like, if the Glimmer was there, that would have saved you, but this CM, too slow. I mean, she didn't have TP or whatever, but nonetheless. Oh, the arrow kills the Invis Wolf. And the wolf had done his job, and he goes into the grave, 6 feet under. Bloodseeker here. Again, same items. Same 1,000 gold. Don't need it. I just buy items, and I like to show them off. This is what you do when you have the Lambo in the garage. You don't actually drive the Lambo. But it's like, nah, man, I'm just going to drive this Toyota. This Toyota's sexy. It's blue. Have Vambrace here. Give it to somebody else. You've got Ring of Aquila. I probably said that incorrectly, but I don't care. And this delivery of smoke and sentries still doesn't realize it. So I feel like we need a timer here. If I could do any sort of video editing, it would be right here, and it would be very big in the sense of Bloodseeker, buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy. Huh. I try to pick it up for you. I can actually pick it up, but I can't put it in the inventory. I'm trying to help you, Bloodseeker, but you don't need my help. Alright, Disruptor, just trying to get some farming. Okay, fine. It looks to get a Yule's. But again, look at all of this space. Look at vision. Right? Hang on, that's not what I want to see. I want to see the Dire. Look at how dark it is. Right? You're going to see... Yeah, he's been ruptured. He's got nowhere to go. The Static Storm should just kill her. Yeah, she's got nothing left. The CM, Freezing Field, Glimmer. This is the way to do it. And they kill the Spectre. Really nice play there. Moonlight now being used, but they do spot her out because I've got Necro. Right? I have Necro, what, 3? Yeah, you've got Necro. These guys can see in the dark. Hang on, I can't click on it because there's too many of this guy. Right? No? True Sight. Yeah, this guy. The Necronomicon Warrior. This guy. Necro 3 gives vision, man. So even your Moonlight, the jig is up. And you got BKB on your Bloodseeker? Fine. Great. So what do? Push objectives. You get something, right? And you're backing up. Fine. Just wait for the next creep wave. The glyph will expire very soon. And this is where your horde needs to start doing some damage. The Quap is still tops. Does have Orchid. But 9 seconds now. The Spectre was there. Okay. The issue right now is that the Spectre went in. By the way, you're having the Chainmail here as opposed to like the Quelling Blade or the Stick at this point is a bit of a travesty. He's going to go Blade Mail. Nice. Earth Spike up on the Disruptor who's been glimmered. The arrow does hit the Lycan. Yule's up on the Mirana. The Bloodright is going to miss. And he does have Rupture if he wants to go. What are you doing? Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker. You're seeking blood. Blood. This is blood. Seeker. Blood. No. Oh, it's a fake back. It's a fake back, right? They've smoked, and they're going to cover the retreat. Okay, why did they smoke there? I thought it was going to be a fake back, but to be honest, when you run and you're out of vision, if you smoke up, your movement speed is increased. So that's why you can run away faster. But with Rupture still up, like Bloodseeker, this is why you play this hero. This is like playing Rubik and not stealing any spells, right? Like this is the reason why you play this hero. It's to to rupture people, right? It's not to make friends. But it's to just get some kills off, right? But what you're doing now is that when you had a little bit of a chance there, and it might have been aggressive, but the thing is that you're again on a timer. Like, you need to be more aggressive. You need to be taking more risk because of the fact that your lineup will fall off in the end, right? The Spectre, eventually, if you give him enough time, I mean, who just got his Blade Mail now, and he's going to get Diffusal up next. I'm fine, okay with that. And you have Echo. You're going to get Blade Mail as well. So, like, literally your entire team is Blade Mail. So, if anybody gets on you, if she freezing fields on top of you and everybody Blade Mails, like, this CM is just going to melt. That'll be hilarious. And I hope to see that, especially at 25 minutes. Oh, my God. I forgot. This is more than an hour-long game. I got to speed this up. Shame on me for just... Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of wasted time, I think. All right, here's a fight. 4Xing it. Look at... All right, we're not going to rewind because we ain't got time for that. Nice. Disruptor dead. Wraith King comes back. Spectre is here. He does have Blade Mail. He wants to fight, and he's actually one of the stronger ones. The Sonic Wave not actually slow or saving the Lycan. Oh, but the Spectre does die now. No buyback. Interesting. Arrow, just because willy-nilly. Like, I just throw him whenever. But you are alive. You don't have Reincarnation. You do have Blade Mail. If you want to just pick it up from the post office, you do not. Another arrow misses. Okay. Let's speed things up. Let's get on out of here. Some more farming. Oh my god, it's so fast. Yeah, I'm just trying to make up for lost time. Okay, so you got a Rupture on the top lane. I saw it, because I saw it on the mini-map. You can actually watch Dota from the mini-map and know exactly what's going on. Mirana is getting super low, does get killed. The Blade Mail and the Static Storm. Oh, that does a little bit of work. And he's looking to fight this. Spectre does die. No buyback. Mirana and Lion, on the other hand, do. So what do? Dire team. Finish it out. Close it out. You guys are up 9k, guys. Hey. Let me send you a memo, guys. You should probably be pushing. Bloodseeker? You have Basher. Okay. So that makes it a little more difficult. But how do you... Like, 3 people are dead. They got the silence. Okay. Blade Mail will probably stop a little bit. Okay, you die the first time. And the Drow from the high ground. This is the turret. Oh, God. And you get stuck in Frostbite. Woo! That arrow is going to be off the mark. So you die here. And that the Frost arrow is actually doing a lot of work. Oh, nice blinking forward. Trying to get that Lycan, but he glimmers away from the CM. The arrow misses. And yeah, CM's going to die to that. When you've given up your only save to this idiot, then yeah, you don't have any outs. Disruptor here with, like... I don't think he realizes that he can only carry one, but he's going to be like MacGyver in the sense that, like, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to put in the neutral items when I need it. But for now, I need strength. No, I need Telescope because the scan is on cooldown. Actually, I think Telescope is the best one of all of these, for the record. Oh, arrow! He walks into that one. Mirana's like, oh, I'm so good with these arrows. I'm so good. Do you have finger? You do? Nice. Secures that kill. All right. So I was judging Mirana and her arrows. Hey, Acer Phoenix, how are you? All right, so that, like, she's missed almost all of her arrows, and I feel like the arrows that she's hit have been on by accident. But I guess when you're lucky, you're good, apparently. Lion here going to get Ags up next. This is after the blink. Spectre still a farming. Does have Diffusal. All right. And it's going to go Manta up next. Quap in the top lane. Has Ags, Yules, and Orchid. I wonder if she's going to get a Bloodthorn. I don't know why you're not shift-clicking items, okay? Like, it helps people that are watching your games, too. But you should always have your next big item up, right? Like, these people, like, the CMs, you're a bad person. The Disruptor, you're a good person. Bloodseeker, you are a bad person. And you don't have any TPs. Shame on you. So, Bloodseeker, like... what was this? What is going on? Are you guys going for it or not? Or just gonna enrage Roshan, get him out of the pit. And it looks like the Roshan call has been made, all without your Bloodseeker, which you're gonna kind of need at some point. Oh my gosh. The arrow is actually gonna miss Roshan as well. And so when you're making a Roshan call, you need to ensure that A, You've got the nice vision from the high ground. And it looks like they've completely turned this. This observer ward should have not spotted anything because there's no actual... So they've completely stolen it. So late. Freezing Field is on the back. BKB from the Bloodseekers running on in. The Lycan, Wolf form, doesn't know which way to go. They end up killing and popping the Aegis. Reincarnation, don't care. Static Storm, he's going to die a second time. And yeah, this is going to be an all-out run. So yeah, you lost Roshan, but you got the 4 kills to your name. And this should be at least the first set of racks. No, buybacks, and a glyph. Yeah, that'll dissuade that. And they are back. They are back. Oh, but they're sticking around. I don't think you can fight through this. Yeah, I don't think you can fight through this. They get the CM, and they get the Bloodseeker. Oh my gosh, she's BKB. Oh my gosh. So this is how a 45-minute game, 40-minute game goes to an hour and 25 minutes. Okay? You had 2 buybacks, and one of them was Spectre. He's kind of a big boy. He's kind of the carry in this, right? And what was the point of that buyback? They've got the vision. The CM died for what? Came back for what? Like, so throw after throw after throw. The CM going in, like, you didn't have your Bloodseeker. So you really couldn't take that fight. It's okay to be like, hey, we lost our T1 mid at 35 minutes. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like, trying to defend the T1 and buying back, dying back when you don't even have your Bloodseeker, your decisions are questionable. Alright, Quap here, going to continue to push on forward. More space provided, and I feel like this game, okay, we got to speed this up. Okay, so you're getting all the towers, which is great. But I feel like you should have had those towers like 10 minutes ago. Off of the shoulders, so to speak, of the somewhat... He was having a pretty good game, the Bloodseeker, that is. But he wasn't getting the ganks. He wasn't taking advantage of the fact that, like, of the power spike he had. He's going to fall off. So let's just speed this up. I ain't got time for this. 8 minutes. They find the Spectre. They glimpse him back. The Static Storm is going to miss. Disruptor, mate, you have literally one job. You have one job. I mean, I understand that you have to, like, glimpse him back, put him in the kinetic field, and then Static Storm, make sure that he's stuck on in. But, like, when your spells are just like, you're making Venn diagrams of all your skills, you're going to have a problem. Okay, so the Disruptor, that's the big thing from you. Nice use of the illusion here. And then you find out the Mirana, who should never have left the high ground. That's the type where, when we're quarantined, man, you got to stay at home, right? We're in a quarantine, guys. You don't want to be outside of your home because you'll get caught out. The coronavirus will find you. Manta on the Spectre. The old 39-minute Manta. But, I mean, you need to get Diffusal Radiance and all that stuff. So, let's not judge too much. Doesn't have Bloodthorn yet. Doesn't have BKB. That's another thing. Like, they have a decent amount of control. Like, if the core's got BKB... This could be a completely different story. Bloodseeker has it, so he's the only good person on his team, I would say. More bounty runes, more wasting time, more of not knowing how to close things out. Okay, so good. All right, Atos into the arrow. That's one way of hitting your arrows. Like, if you can't hit your arrows, get an Atos. It's like, haunt in for what? All right, that was a spacing, zoning haunt. Yeah, you killed that illusion. Okay, good. Alright, let's speed things up even more. I foresee a fight going in the bottom lane. Oh. No. Atos. Arrow, very slow. Killed the guy behind him. Or hit him behind. Alright, we'll just speed this up again. They're like jockeying for space around the Roshan, right? Which is probably the next big thing. A dust is up. They do have Roshan up. They've got a scan here. They do spot out the fact that somebody was there. Low to high. Well, they get the Rupture up on the Mirana. And he's going to BKB. And yeah, that should be the end of that Mirana. But Spectre's on the back end of this. The Static Storm without anything to lock him into place. Yo, if this Disruptor was able to do his combination, this could be a completely different game. Wow. Like, Spectre does not even have BKB. You lock him into place, the Static Storm, and then you guys can have a barbecue pit of all the heroes that you've collected. But he hasn't been able to get that combination. And through that all, like this Drow, look at how fast this is going. Yes, this is 2x, but I mean 45 minutes, and the Drow is now just getting the T2s. The T1 up is still up in the bottom lane. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad that you didn't waste your BKB early. He does have Abyssal and Bloodseeker going in for what? It's 2v4. 2v5? 2v4? I can't count. And you're going in solo? Like, do you think you can kill everybody on this team? Like, you have one Abyssal S and Y, but they have a motherfucking Spectre, yo. A motherfucking Spectre. You know, and actually, as a good core, he's Karen Dust, because, you know, he's been screwed by that Glimmer so many times that he's, like, cannot rely on his supports. And as a core, this is a good thing to do. Bring your own Dust to work day. But, yeah, Roshan has been pinged out. Quap is going to try to diplomatically take Roche. No, he backs on out. And, yeah, a little bit more farming, a little bit more indecision. Lycan just kind of staying still. That was probably a good fight that we could have done. Spectre dies, has buyback. And it looks like they've got the nice Hex here. They've got the control, at least on the Wraith King. The buyback now on Spectre, a little late. Reincarnation, that's the first death. But, man, Bloodseeker, oh, the bash. He's not going in. He, like, backed up. He was going in and out. The Lion uses Finger. They've killed the CM, and they want more. All right, Bloodseeker. Okay. Now is your time to shine, sir. Buyback from Drow. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, I don't think there's any way to go up high ground with Spectre and Drow there. Okay. Spectre at some point. Okay. Does have BKB now. I think he just bought it. Hang on, let me just see the buybacks real quick. Yeah, did not buy back. But does not have buyback? Spectre? What the heck? Buyback status. Spectre had already used it. Okay, that's fine. And it looks like Roshan will now be used. Oh man, just beating up on that poor old pig. Bloodseeker, what are you doing, sir? Oh, you like if the Lycan was there, you could have gotten the free Roche. And this is what? What number is this? This is number 2. CM with a nice little ward there, just kind of making sure that hey, it's going to be my Roche, claiming my territory. But if you can't really take Roche without your Lycan, right? And I don't know where the Lycan was. But his positioning was poor. Like, again, if you're going to make a team call like Roshan, you're going to need buddies. You're going to have to do it as quick as possible and make sure that you get everything. Because, again, the second one's kind of important. I mean, you got cheese. It's a pretty big, I mean, it's no Ags, but it's still really nice to have in the fight. Okay, so Bloodseeker is now going in. The Abyssal. And CM is just actually attacking that fast. Nice little bashes. And I feel like, wow, Radiant, like, why did you not... You let him have a free Roshan? That seems silly to me. Arrow misses. But... Bloodseeker, what are you doing, man? What are you going to do? You got Mindbreaker, so you got silences galore. You're kind of tanky. You got Abyssal. And you have MKB, but it's in your back pocket. Where are you, sir? This is interesting. He's gonna wait for Aegis Steward. I'm wondering if this, like, Abyssal is clearly the best. S and Y, like, I can get it. You probably change out the Blade Mill, especially early, right? Because, like, you want to do damage. I think that's probably the to have Blade. Oh, sorry, the MKB over the Blade Mill at this point. Like, you could probably. I mean, you're gonna keep your Blade Mill until you're 6 slotted and you get another one. But I think that in this case, you don't really need the Blade Mill as much because you've got the Aegis to kind of keep yourself alive, and then you throw it in when you lose your Aegis, and then the next life, you've got your Blade Mill, you can activate that. Obviously, take some quick fingers in terms of how that would all work. Okay, you actually took out phase. Fine, that works too. I mean, you got 330 movement speed base as is, so movement speed's not the biggest issue right now. Speed things up. How does he try to go in? Freezing Field, Spectre caught out one other time. BKB will not save him, but he doesn't have buyback. The Reincarnation? No. It's already been used. They found out the Lion, who almost got pushed to the low ground. CM dies. Aegis has been popped. And he's going to survive now. They've got, it's a 3-on-4. Lion is still alive. But you've lost the supports versus the Spectre. So you guys are really struggling to go high ground. The dire the team that is. Like I feel like they don't know. They does have Bloodthorn. I does have Scythe, which is really nice. But ooh, that arrow does connect on the Mirana, or sorry, on the Quap. All right, let's speed things back up again. Speed things up. We're just gonna wait for people to come back from the dead. But okay, guys, this is another reason why we need to start saving up for buyback. I think this is the most important thing. The fact that Spectre, I mean, yeah, 30 seconds or whatever, but he needs the gold. The Lycan is unacceptable, right? You don't need to be buying out items. Right now, the most important thing is buyback. If you can afford it with the surplus, then by all means, buy it out. But like that one single item will not win you the game. Buyback is way more important. I feel like I'm a broken record right now. Alright, so they're going to go try to find it. You've got Desolator and Basher. You've got Abyssal up next. And you've got the nice little Havoc Hammer, which does a little bit of work. I am cool with that. BKB. No kinetic field can stop me. But you wasted a charge on that one. How much time is that? Oh, it was a 5-second one, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing matters is cooldown. Okay. The Rod of Atos was about to hit, and she heals herself up. She should be fine. So look, the neutral items like the Quap, the fact that you got the Prince's Knife, you have the Bloodseeker Mindbreaker, I believe. I can't click on them. Yes, the Mindbreaker. Like, those are pretty decent items to deal with all of the potential casting heroes that you're up against, you know, as opposed to the Leveler, which is just straight up attack speed, which is alright. But I'm wondering if there's a better neutral item. Hang on, let me just, if I can click on this. Okay, so you got Princess Knife on the draw, which is also very good. The arrow's gonna miss. Come on, man. The Yules, alright. Not understanding that angle correctly. Oh, the Spell Prism was super good. Glimmer keeps herself alive with the Yules, and she'll blink on away. And yeah, do they just stay? Does this like do they just stay at your doorstep for like 10 minutes? Speed things up. Not much to say because they're just kind of like just pushing out all the lanes, trying to choke them out a little bit. But like at this stage, I think that you've kind of lost your window, right? Like, I like the fact that Radiant are being somewhat cautious in the sense that they're not going out, like, trying to be over-aggressive. Because they really don't have the heroes to kind of, to split push very well. Maybe Mirana, with her, like, Moonlight, can do it. Oh, nice arrow there. Have him in, but no follow-up on that. These Mexican standoffs at the front of the high ground. Finger being used, but to what extent? Another Atos. Pretty much just casting it off cooldown. Arrow as well. It's fine. Oh, Mirana went aggressive. That might have been out of position. BKB now being used for Lycan. And the Wraith King goes on in. Cheese has now been used. BKB, you got Blade Mail, so if you get attacked, yeah, you got Reincarnation. You should be alright. Oh, and you're doing some work against that CM. And look at these. Look at this Venn diagram. This Disruptor. It's like, haha, boobies. Oh, the finger there, the AoE catches out on both. The Lycan's going to frog hop and jump his way on out. The, I believe that was the Aegis. And Spectre just kind of pauses. Oh, we're in normal mode. You know, Turbo should be played in like 4X. I think that'd be hilarious. And not just with like gold or whatever. But yeah, like the amount of wave clear that the Radiant have right now with like the Lion Finger... you know, I mean, the Spectre's obviously got his own, but like the Drow, like it's gonna be super difficult now to go up high ground. It's like a baby sniper. He has to be a little bit closer. That is, like if we're looking at Drow, what is his items? Butterfly. Oh my God. Even Lincoln's Hurricane Pike, Manta, like straight up defensive items. Roche. This is the third one. Refresher Shard, and they're pinging it out. Hang on. Woo! Oh, my camera. Oh. Alright. Okay. Arrow does connect Roshan, who's outside of his cave. But, yeah. Like, wow. Lycan is 12, 5, and 11. I feel like he's gone in for the kill steals, but like Lycan's the type where, in my opinion, you probably want to be pushing towers. You want to be split pushing, and like obviously they lost that timing, that window, but this is going to be super difficult. Spectre is getting super fat, and he's got an Apex. Holy crap! Tier 5s, tier 5s. What do you have? Still Havoc Hammer? Man. I feel like you're a poor man. And they're going to give up Roshan without even a fight. I feel like this is a mistake by Radiant. And look at this net worth lead. Holy crap. 35k. 35k. And you're giving up more. Cheese, Aegis, Refresher Shard. And how do they siege? Lycan, you probably want to get the Blessing at this point, considering you're about 7 items in. And Quap is on the other hand, does have Shivas, but in the back pocket. I feel like Shivas should be swapped to the Power Treads. And because movement speed is not that big of a deal because you can blink in and out. And also you need BKB. This will probably come down to that. Core's not buying BKB. What else is new? Name a more iconic duo. Does they win this because they have more cores? I'm thinking that too. Like, I feel like this is a super... Like the fact that you have a Spectre, Wraith King, and a Drow, like they just win one team fight and this Drow just like ends the game. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I envision this game going, because this is like a mid-tier hero. This guy's falling off. Like what is this guy gonna do right now? Like he's having a hard time even just pushing this lane right here, and he's trying to split. They're trying to like divert attention away. Aeon Disc has been used. Oh, nice. The Abyssal. And oh, looks like if you only had BKB, Quap. But no, you do not. Haunt is now been used, and they've got you stunned in. The Freezing Field don't really matter too much. Not doing too much work. The Lycan dies. At least the Aegis, that is. Oh, and man. The Lycan, does he die? Does he die again? Does he die again? Please kill him, because it's like part of like... Oh, yeah, he's dead. He's got nowhere to go. He's stunned on in. Huh. Why wouldn't you hit that old poor old Black King bar? Like you have a button. I wonder if there's an item that could stop me from getting stunned and magic damage. What item could that be? Quap doesn't have one. Lycan doesn't want to buy, or what, doesn't want to use one. Oh my gosh. And the Mirana solo kills the CM. That's fine. She's been silenced, and the Bloodseeker here with the Abyssal coming out of nowhere. What is that chat wheel? Coming here with a woo! I feel like that was really required here, but... Buyback from the Mirana? Don't know for what. Because usually... Okay. That means you're pretty much going all in, right? Oh my god. This is 1x? Let's speed this up. Like, this is it. This is that team fight that we're talking about, right? But nah, brah. We just forced the buyback. We gonna back off. I'm scared of that CM. The fact that I don't have Quap, but... I mean, she's gonna be up in a little bit, but... Like, I always like it as you ask a question, right? Do you have buyback? Hit that tower. Do they buy back? Okay, clearly yes, right? No BKB press. Yeah, like you need, like... Hex. Mirana, silence, blink, leaps away. Oh, they're gonna look to turn this. Oh! I wish I had... Oh my god, he's gonna get away. Cheese is on up. Haunt. She blinks away again. But that was actually a misplay by the Wraith King and the Mirana. Why would they let her go like that? But again, if you had BKB on this Quap, none of this would matter, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Okay, but as a core, you must get BKB, right? Almost always, you must get BKB. It will change your game. Your MMR will definitely, your win rate will improve. I guarantee that if you are a core and you get BKB more. If you prioritize it more. You don't have to get a first item, but the second or third item, you must get it. I prefer the second item because I feel like you need to go offensive, defensive item. If you're going to go 2 offensive items, there has to be a rhyme or reason for why you do that. But generally speaking, BKB is so good. Look at this. They have a lion. They have, you know, the arrows, I mean, which never really hit. But you have, like, the Wraithfire Blast. Like, these are reliable stuns that it's so easy for me to stun somebody. And I can stun lock you to death because you just are stubbornly not buying a BKB. Like, I don't know what else to say. Or you're not using it like this guy. Even the CM has a BKB. If I could high-five the CM, I would. Alex in Netter. I'm sending you a virtual one, because, like the BKB does work. Like, Quap, like, how do you save yourself? Do you think the Shivas will save yourself from all these stuns? Like, this Quap, like, you will lose this game. I'm calling it now because of the fact that you don't get BKB. You could have ended this game 20 minutes ago and not wasted my time. If only you got BKB. All right, they found the Spectre. Hex on through. Blinks again. Abyssal. Okay, you got the Mirana. Good. All right. Fine. But what do you get out of this? 110 seconds, no buyback. And they're about to siege. They got 4 little wolvies. And the glyph has now been used. And that's going to delay things, right? Like, how many more Roshans do you need before you're like, we can do high ground? Because you have not even gotten a single set of racks. PKB on the both sides. Freezing Field, Static Storm, that's a good one. Lycan's going to have to back off here, but man, that Freezing Field is doing some work. But dies in the end, 120, no buyback here. And that's going to be the Lycan. And the Spectre is too fat. Wow. And now you just blink on forward with the Abyssal. And this is why Abyssal is so good right now, by the way. This is like the new I think the new item right now. I think it's the new hotness. Like, the cast range is reduced, but like, it's just so good on certain heroes. It's so good. But yeah, this is looking to be game, I think. Glyph. Look at this machine gun. Blood Rights. Fine. Wait for the next creep wave. Hit it from the low ground. Spectre. You got Manta. Just use your illusions, guys. Blood Right. Don't care about being silenced. I'm Spectre. You're asking a question. Do you have buyback? And they say, no, we do not. And he's going in solo, the Abyssal. Yeah, Blood Right. It's game over. GG. Well, do you have a refresher? Oh, the refresher chart. And that's GG. 78 minutes. Down 21k. This is how you throw the game, right? This is how you... Like, the Dire team really struggled to go high ground. And it's more of the fact that they struggled to find the right timing. When you're setting yourself up for, like, this mid-tier lineup in terms of the heroes that do fall off in the end, you need to make sure you close out the game. Every single minute you need to feel uncomfortable when you're not pushing. You know what I mean? Like, 44k net worth lead doesn't mean shit in this game, especially since, yeah, you only died 3 times and you're trying to finesse things out. But, like, you could have literally single-handedly won this game, Quap, if you just got BKB, right? And if you have 3 BKBs on the team and you didn't get one, that seems really off to me. And then, of course, Lycan and Bloodseeker are just not really getting the ganks, not really doing the right amount of push. So I feel like that was like a huge wasted opportunity there. Like, damage. Look at this. The CM did some work. She did some work. She was actually good. But it wasn't her fault for why she lost this game. Because as a support, you're kind of like, you can only do so much. Your cores have to finish out the game. And if they're not pushing, they're not doing it. But it comes back to the CM of hurting the sheep, making sure that you're making the objectives, and putting yourself on a timer and forcing yourself to be uncomfortable so that you're closing the game out when you can. Because Spectre was not having a good game, especially early. Like, look at the chart. First 20 minutes? Okay. As I said that, she's top of the net worth lead. Okay, first 10 minutes, right? She was kind of struggling. Dire was doing really, really well. And then from the 10 to the 20 minutes, completely inverted, right? So in the 10 to 20 minute, if you're looking at this in terms of the Dire, right? As a Bloodseeker, Quap, Lycan, who should be pushing and, like, forcing the issue, so to speak, you fucked up. That's your game to lose, right? Seeing as you're not taking towers or whatever, and you gave so much time and space for the Spectre to get his farm at 20 minutes where he's top, he's never going to let that lead go. As I said that he lets the lead go. Yeah, as he lets the lead go. So yeah, I mean, there was a time that it was back and forth, but you got to close out the game when you can. There was so much time where you were just like dilly-dallying. You're wasting time. All right, so that's going to be the second game of the day. Thank you so much for that replay submission. I think it was, hang on, what is your name? Sorry. BaldieGoose? BaldieGoose, am I saying that incorrectly? Probably. BaldieGoose, thank you so much for that replay. Obviously, that was really back and forth. And Aside from the fact that it was more than an hour, but it was all good. Thank you so much for that replay submission. You can find me. I do this on my YouTube and Twitch. You can find me at Holler TV. My name is Holler, and you can find me there. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much.